In this report, we explore journal article as a venue for disseminating scientific information on climate crisis. Journal articles have been a staple for scientists, researchers, science writers, the academe, and other users. The importance of journal in academic life, however, goes beyond providing means of communication and a permanent record. Journal articles, as the final output of most research, have become deeply embedded in academic infrastructure, known as an excellent means to convey research findings, latest discoveries, and developments. Journal articles also offer a wide collection of reliable scholarly articles in the research field. Guideline produced by the United Nations Department of Global Communications emphasizes that communication on climate change is about educating and mobilizing audiences to take action to confront the climate crisis. It is stated that everyone can play a part by raising their voice, sharing solutions, and advocating for change. The 2015 Paris Agreement exhibits a global acknowledgement that climate change is an urgent and potentially irreversible threat to human societies and the planet. The speed of climate change is exceeding most scientists' predictions. Temperature records are broken regularly, and seasonal wildfires are raging across the globe, and droughts contribute to resource shortages. According to Sanson et al. In 2019, these changes affect food security, the availability of water, a range of health conditions, housing security, agricultural productivity, and natural ecosystem.
Climate change as a term would seem diminutive. Climate crisis, rather, and climate change reflects a terminology that more accurately captures the condition of urgency and danger engendered by a heated world, as per Klinenberg 2020. Journal articles on climate change. According to Tai and Robinson 2018, successful adaptation and mitigation efforts will require an unprecedented collaboration effort that unites diverse disciplines and is able to rapidly respond to evolving climate issues. As per Klinenberg 2020, the state of various disciplines is perilous due to the slowness of scholars in engaging urgent socio-ecological concerns, increasing the disconnect among stakeholders and the planetary condition. As per WISE 2021, more than 200 health journals have called on governments to take emergency action to tackle the catastrophic harm to health from climate change. World leaders are urged to supporting developments addressing the climate crisis. There are challenges faced by scientific journals. According to Texan Mendoza 2015, getting listed in the master journalists' citation databases, obtaining funding, reaching a wider readership, attaining higher impact factors, competing for papers, and increased submission of manuscripts from outside the Philippines. According to Conaway and Rundle 2013, 99.5% use journals as their primary source academic and scientific circles, and 71% of the time, journals rank as one of the top 3 resources. According to Miho of 2007, 90% of papers that have been published in academic journals are never cited, and 50% of papers are never read by anyone other than their authors, referees, journal editors. According to Skills 2018, publication paywalls are withholding a substantial amount of research results from a large fraction of the scientific community and from society as a whole. According to Conaway and Rundle 2013, one of the big problems now is access. And according to Teplitsky 2017, a journal's academic status and accessibility both strongly increase the probability of it being referenced on Wikipedia, significantly amplifying the diffusion of science through an intermediary like Wikipedia to a broad audience. And according to Ball 2017, modern scientific texts are more impenetrable now than before, leading to a challenge in readability, such as jargon-heavy phrasing, increase in general scientific jargon. 60% of e-journal users view less than 4 pages, and when they do have full access or download, 65% of e-journal users do not ever return to that journal. That's according to Conaway and Rundle 2013. Sources of Information on Climate Crisis. As per Bratton 2011, students held information contained in the textbook and official documents to be more trustworthy than information presented by newspapers and a commercial agent. And as per Andy 2020, people pay far more attention to television when it comes to climate change than to other forms of media, more prevalent among respondents over the age of 35. Alternative sources such as social media and blogs are more popular among younger groups.
The objective of the study is to identify the value of journal articles in disseminating information on the climate crisis among student researchers. Specifically, this study aims to find answer to two research questions, namely, what are the respondents' sources of information on climate change and climate crisis? And what is the respondents' perception on the use of journal articles as the source of information on climate crisis? Qualitative research design was used, where the data gathered from the participants are analyzed and interpreted to identify patterns that will lead to the findings of the study. To be specific, this study was particularly a case study to know the use of journal articles as a way for distributing scientific information, especially on climate change. A group of young student researchers, particularly from the high school level, had been selected to participate in the study as their previous study entitled The Never Rotting Problem, a narrative on the practices of managing non-bio waste in Colegio de San Juan de Letran, Bataan, focused on the proper waste management in their school. The group is composed of 6 students who belong to the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics strands of their school. Purposive sampling had been used in selecting the participants as it aims to answer the purpose of this study. Colegio de San Juan de Letran, Bataan campus, that was established in 2000, had been chosen as the research site of the study since one of the researchers worked in the said institution. The interview was recorded and executed through a walk-in interview. To analyze the data gathered, thematic analysis was utilized. Also, the researchers used an inductive approach.
The results of the interview of the grade 12 high school students of Colegio de San Juan de Letran, Bataan campus are encouraging, but at the same time, similarly exposes challenges in using journal articles as a venue for disseminating scientific information on the climate crisis. The respondents already acknowledged the vulnerability of the Philippines to the ill effects of the climate crisis and the need to seek practical solutions in contributing to climate change adaptation and management. Journal articles are described as highly recommended because they are credible and have accurate information. One respondent acknowledged the rigors of publishing journal articles by saying, "Puro katotohanan, hindi basta-basta nilalagay lang. It is purely factual, not just any information available." Google Scholar was cited as the students' gateway to journal articles. With the advent of new sources of knowledge, journals remain a critical source of information by students. It is evident based on a result of scientific study that makes a reliable, accurate, and credible source of information and references in comparison to other resources available online, which are non-scientific and not factual. The walking interview output predominantly show that the journal is a big part of the success of the students' work. Students develop their idea from their learning in school and from a considerable amount of journal article readings. Students nowadays go online for their readings. They can filter out relevant, credible, and accurate information from easily accessible scholarly online websites such as Google Scholar and Google News by means of technology. Students were convinced to become a user of scientific information from the said virtual resources. They avoided wrong information and utilized journal articles with a credible and accurate information. Moreover, students' information reach is globally extensive due to the internet. It is imperative to post that the credibility of journal articles available online be highlighted. Expand the availability of online educational resources for students, educators, researchers, scientific end users, so that they can quickly look for the right information online and establish credibility for their academic works. With more individuals using online journal articles, more people will be involved with research works, and thus, challenged students to become scientific information producers and users due to increasing virtual journal article libraries.